Please rise for the national anthem. Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets recognize the bombs bursting in air gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please stay standing and remove those caps for the Pledge of Allegiance. pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would now like to introduce the Johnsburg Central School Class of 2021 salutatorian, Jenny Allen.
Good morning, friends, family, and fellow classmates, or should I say ex-classmates. I'd like to thank all of you for coming and also for helping me to get where I am today. My teachers, my family, and the staff have always been a tremendous help and support for me throughout both my elementary, junior, and high school years. There are countless times where I've needed and asked for help and have received it with no hesitation. I've spent weeks trying to figure out what exactly here to say. Usually every time I went to start writing, I found myself trying to remember what has happened over the past 12 years. Many of us can remember the various names that have come and gone from our class. We can link memories to those who have already graduated. I can only remember small parts of my elementary school years, and I find myself unable to remember parts of my high school years because of the chaos of quarantine. This whole pandemic has really dampened my, and I believe I can say our, high school experience. But that is all I'll say about this pandemic. I'm pretty sure we were already reminded of it when we arrived at graduation today and saw the precautions and changes made so we could actually have graduation. What I will say is that I hope next year, or even as soon as this summer, is 10 times better than what we got this school year and last year. I have a memory from 7th grade that stands out as one of my favorites. As you may or may not know, Mr. Ordway, our science teacher, and Mrs. Toski, our previous English teacher, have known each other for quite some time. They like to joke around with each other and even let us in on it. One of the pranks Mrs. Toski pulled on Mr. Ordway was when we were about to go to our 7th grade science class. She planned with us, having us all come to the gym stage instead of going to class, leaving Mr. Ordway to wonder where his 7th graders were. As I seem to remember, we were on that stage for a good portion of class period. Miss Toski even gave us donuts and hot chocolate while we waited to be found. In the end, though, Mr. Ordway did decide to actually look for us, and he did find us. Other memories and experiences I can recall mostly happened in 4th and 5th grade. I'd say that is mostly because I had the same teacher for 2 years in a row. Mr. Hurley used to have us practice multiplication charts and see how fast we could do it. If we finished it in under a minute, he promised us he'd give us a bag of Jolly Ranchers. I remember a few people were actually great at finishing these charts. I, on the other hand, was never able to finish it even once. I always got caught off on the 6, 7, and 8 line. I remember Mr. Hurley also gave us a lesson on saturation. The amount of powdered tang he was able to mix with water will always amaze me. That drink tasted amazing, but if I tried it again now, I'd probably be thinking otherwise. Those memories seem to have happened so long ago, even though it was only a few years ago. It's amazing how you can go from, I only have 1 year left, to, I only have 1 week left, and then finally to, wow, I only have a few minutes left. Of being with your childhood friends in an academic environment. School years always seem so long, but so short, don't they? And on top of that, summers between school years always seem even shorter, and went even faster. If you ask me about my high school years, I'd tell you that they happened so fast, I can't even remember them. But I will always remember the people that played a part in them. Some of us knew each other before kindergarten. Some joined us later on during our elementary years. Regardless of when we all came together to create the senior class of 2021, I'd say we all mean the world to each other. I mean, we got through this year together, didn't we? Thank you all again for being my classmates and for being my friends. We actually did it. We actually made it to graduation. Thank you. As the secretary of the class of 2021, I would like to introduce our commencement speaker, Ms. Colleen Fuller. Ms. Fuller is a 2013 graduate of Johnsburg Central School. After earning a bachelor's degree in elementary education from SUNY Potsdam, she went on to receive her master's degree, graduating with a 4.0 in December 2018. Ms. Fuller is currently the first and second grade teacher at Minerva Central School. Colleen Fuller would like to thank several Johnsburg Central School members who played an important role in shaping the person she has become today. Her primary teachers, Mrs. Flanagan, Mrs. McKenna, and Mrs. Watson, and special education teachers, Mrs. Straubmeyer, Mrs. Ordway, Mrs. Seymour, Mrs. Rush, and Mrs. Kennedy. They all recognized that there was something they could do to help Colleen. They just had to find it. Each one picked up the ball from the previous person and ran with it, supporting Colleen in finding the skills she needed to be highly successful. They never dropped the ball, and she cannot thank them enough. Good morning. Thank you for that very kind introduction, and thank you for having me here today. I am so honored to be a part of this very special occasion. I'd first like to say congratulations to the graduates. You should be extremely proud of yourselves. To the families of the graduates, congratulations to you as well. You should know that their support made today possible. These newly minted graduates may not thank you enough, but as someone who sat here 8 years ago, I know. So I will thank you for that. Graduates, I'm sure you're excited to get your diplomas and run for the exit or down the stairs. So I promise I will not keep you here long. When I was first asked to give this speech, my immediate thought was, why me? What interesting things can I say? I didn't leave Johnsburg to become a millionaire. I don't spend my weekends on a yacht, and I don't have a big fancy corporate job. I certainly didn't follow my lifelong plan to marry one of the Jonas Brothers either. Sadly, they're all taken now. But I think I got something even better, and I couldn't be happier with where I am today. I spend my days with 6 and 7-year-olds who think that I'm the bee's knees. They frequently tell me that I'm #cool teacher or #you deserve a crown. They even made me one for the last day of school. They give me so much love, and I wouldn't want anything else for my life. I wouldn't have gotten where I am today without hard work, persistence, and my biggest supporters, 2 of whom are here with me today. As any millennial would say, adulting is hard. You will face challenges in life, but you will have the opportunity to overcome those challenges, to become an even better person than you could ever imagine. If I could leave you with any advice, it would be to never give up. Never let anyone tell you that you can't do something. Achieve the impossible. Many of you may not know this, but I was born with a very rare genetic disorder. It comes along with a number of things, one being a learning disability. I have faced many hardships because of it, but I have faced every single one head on. Growing up, we didn't know if I was ever going to graduate high school, but I did, and I made high honor roll all 4 quarters of my senior year. When I was in college, a professor, I can now look back and say, a very rude professor who did not teach me much about giving inspirational speeches except to not follow in their examples, told me that no one would ever want to hire a teacher with a learning disability. Basically, they said no one would ever want someone like that around children, and they advised me to find a new major. I did everything in my power to prove him wrong. Flash forward to 2021. I've graduated with my bachelor's and master's degree, and I have my dream teaching job. If only he could see me now. But today isn't about me. You too can achieve what others tell you is impossible. All the hard work you've put in where you are today, don't let go of that. Let those muscles grow stronger and let everything you've learned inside and outside the classroom help you with every goal you set for yourself. The world is tough. I leave you with a challenge to also face all of your hardships head on. In the end, I promise you it will feel so rewarding. I know personally I'm excited about future challenges, and I can take all the things I've learned since graduating to solve them. And you are all going to keep learning too, no matter where you go next. I tell my students every day that they can do anything they set their minds to. I believe in them, and I believe in all of you too. Now, if what I have said wasn't inspirational enough, here are some inspirational words from my first graders. Do a good job. Wash your hands. I am proud of you. Congrats on your graduate. You did it. Don't forget to mute yourself. 911 is a very important number. Don't you forget it. And my personal favorite, don't take candy from strangers in a creepy white van. Congratulations again, and I wish you the best of luck with all your future endeavors.
Hi, everybody. So this is our first and last performance of this school year. And I got to tell you, it was a very emotional first rehearsal, and we all got to sing together for the first time in 18 months. And I'm really glad that this class got to do this because they're like my first 7th grade class that I ever had. And there's a lot of really great musicians in it. I just want to give some quick acknowledgement. I have 2 instrumentalists joining me. That is Mr. Clayton Schmalley and Ms. Jamie Sabatis is going to be rocking our percussion section. Also, Jackson Rodley got our egg shaker in the back. He's ready, super ready. Our soloists are Clayton Schmalley, Sarah Dunkley, C.D. Glover, Jenny Allen, and Maria Ordway. Sorry, I'm not going to get emotional at all. We're going to sing a song for you guys. I hope you like it.
Oh, when you take that drum, you know it's strong. Open the water rises, you build the wall. Oh, when the crowd screams out, they're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love, and it hurts so bad.
now like to introduce the Johnsburg Central School Class of 2021 valedictorian, Pug Lover Hunter Moby. Good morning, friends, family, faculty, and fellow graduates. First off, I would like to congratulate my classmates, JC and Now, for most of us, this chapter ended with a cliffhanger, as we nervously await our futures, wondering what life on our own will be like and who we will meet. I guess you could say it's been both a blessing and a curse growing up in such a tight-knit community, as the support and feeling of being a part of something greater than oneself only make it even harder to leave. Now, if you're like me and get nervous just by having to say a simple hello to someone new, the idea of venturing out into a completely different environment with, most importantly, strangers is absolutely terrifying. Change can be terrifying. When I asked what exactly a valedictorian speech is supposed to entail, I was told to look forward to the future and provide some inspiration to my classmates before we part ways. Now, considering I'm a teenager who still has yet to learn how to parallel park, I don't have the experience or wisdom necessary to provide you with worthwhile guidance. Instead, I'll share with you the motto I've learned to live by, which I also credit for allowing me to stand in this position today. Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right, by Henry Ford. Your mindset is your mind's daily dialogue. In the same manner a coach shouts words of encouragement to their team, your thoughts develop into words, which develop into actions, until eventually they become habits. Therefore, if you show up to an interview or team tryouts thinking that you aren't good enough, that you aren't the best option there, you most likely just ensure the outcome you're dreading, that you aren't worthy enough. Allowing your mind to psych itself out means you are discrediting all the hard work, time, and initiative that you sacrificed in order to be standing in the position you've always dreamed of. If you truly devoted all you had, of which I mean of your attention, passion, integrity, and self-reliance, to the point where it is impossible to think of one thing you could have improved upon, there is nothing stopping you from transforming your goals into a reality. Success is not showing off how smart or talented you are, as it's usually defined by, rather than living a fulfilling life, where your future is not defined by the regrets of the past. Now, there's a thin line between success and failure, meaning it is not only crucial to have a strong mindset to guide you, but also a role model that will serve as the guiding light towards your goal. My entire life, whenever someone has asked who I looked up to the most, I always gave the same response: my brother Kenneth. Kenneth's continuous devotion to everything he wanted to know in, whether it be academics or rugby, truly amazes me, as there's never been a moment where his hard work hasn't paid off. By believing in me, in the same manner he believes in himself, I have inherited the most valuable gift a person can receive in a lifetime: a powerful mindset defined by the principles of focus, awareness, and resiliency. I genuinely believe I would not be the person I am today without the role Kenneth played in my life, so thank you. Thinking back upon the skill sets I gained through both mine and my brother's experiences with trial and error, I must say that as cliche as it sounds, bounce back from failure could not be more true. If you don't push yourself out of your comfort zone and only complete the bare minimum, you will never experience the beauty of opportunity that will in turn allow you to flourish as a mature individual. You should not worry about receiving acceptance from your peers, but instead what inspiration you can provide to one another. For example, anyone who talks to me for more than 20 minutes will quickly learn about my infatuation with pugs. Ever since middle school, I've become obsessed with pugs and spent countless years convincing my family that we had to adopt one. By year 3, when most people would have long given up, I finally received my first of 3 pugs, Poppy. However, this experience only opened the first door to a hallway of many, as I now run a multi-pug empire that has completed a dozen ad campaigns. While I highly doubt that anyone here has the same goal of being the world's best dog mom, the purpose of sharing this experience with you was to prove that hard work will pay off, whether it takes months or years. It is impossible to create a single definition for success, as the 7 billion people on our planet all have different goals, but can only rely upon one person to accomplish them: ourselves. Thank you, and I wish you all the best of luck.
The Johnsburg class of 2021 would like to introduce our superintendent, Mr. Michael Markowicka, and our principal, Mrs. Heather Flanagan, who will be handing out awards.
Good morning, this is Mr. Markowicka. I'm calling to let you know that today we are celebrating an incredible class that has made it through an incredible year. Well, the first thing I can say, if this is your last child to graduate, you will no longer have to hear me at 6 a.m. in the morning, and that's most likely positive. But on a more serious note, I'd like to start off by congratulating the class of 2021. You have finished your last test, you have completed your last homework assignment, and you are ready to start the next chapter of your life. But before you go, let's look back at your last year here at Johnsburg, because you will find out often in life, it's not a bad idea to look back to move forward. When you came back to school this year, the classroom and hallways looked very different. There were classrooms in the gym, the cafeteria, and yes, even the shop were classrooms. We were all 6 feet apart, and even the hallways had directionals. Then you found out that you weren't going to move, your teachers were going to come to you. I wonder if one of your first thoughts were, okay, now let's see how the teachers can get between classes in 3 minutes. I wonder if Mr. Ordway gave any of them a detention for 3 late. I realized that the newness of the routine soon became old and boring. You were missing the hallway chats with other students. You were longing for lunchroom discussions about what you were going to do after school. All those interactions between and around classes with other students were gone. And quickly, the year ahead looked very long. But I try to look for lessons and things learned from experience that we are forced to go through, especially when they're hard. And I think there are a few. First, I think that you learned being in the same area with the same 20 or about people for 180 days can be trying. But you figured it out. And I can say that there has never been another class before you that know each other better than you. You have seen your classmates at their best, and most likely at their worst. But it is in that having the best day ever, but it is that when you're having the best day ever, like when you beat Mariah, be it that you're having the worst day ever, you spilled your water on your feet on the way in to school, you learn to have patience with each other. This will be a great lesson because in some ways, that is how it will be in your future job. Same people each day, and patience will be required. You've also learned that at times, you've had to give up things that are important to you for the good of your community. You lost a lot this year. I would be lying if I said you didn't. But what you learned was when things did change, you took full advantage of them. I have been told by students and staff that this year's prom was one of the best ever. And once the music started playing, you never stopped dancing. And I believe that part of the reason why our softball and baseball team went so far was because this class was not ready to have it end. You wanted to live every second and make it last. So you learned to take advantage of what you had to the fullest and not take it for granted. If you can take that one lesson from this year, you will be so much further ahead than most of us. You've also learned that you are strong. Like I said before, you quickly realized this was going to be a long year, but you pushed your way through and you are here today. My hat is off to the class of 2021. We are so proud. Not only have you made it through, but you have done it with compassion, grace, and a whole lot of class. Start today's awards portion of the ceremony. I want to recognize the top students in the graduating class. First, to the salutatorian of the class of 2021, a certificate of recognition goes to Jenny Lynn Allen. A certificate of recognition to the valedictorian of the class of 2021 goes to Hunter Mulvey. The Sandy Hunter Memorial Scholarship of $500 is presented to a female who has excelled in sports and academics during the high school, has made significant contributions to the school and community, and has been accepted at an accredited school for the fall. This award goes to Jenny Allen. The Johnsburg Central School Choral Award is presented by the JCS Chorus to recognize a graduating senior for his or her outstanding talent and participation in the choral department. This award goes to Phoebe Glover. The John Philip Sousa Band Award, sponsored by the North Creek Volunteer Fire Company, is presented to a senior in recognition of outstanding achievement and interest in instrumental music. This award goes to Sierra Dunkley. The North Creek Volunteer Fire Company Music Award of $100 is sponsored by the North Creek Volunteer Fire Department and is presented to a senior who has demonstrated exceptional musicality and service to the music department of Johnsburg Central and plans to future his or her education. The recipient of this award must have been a member of the music department for at least 4 years. This award goes to Phoebe Glover. The Harrison and Ruth Braley Memorial Award of $100 based on academic merit goes to Kayla Rivera. The Crary Education Fund scholarships are given by Bruce L. Crary Foundation to students enrolling in a school or college and selected by the foundation based on financial need. Students may apply for renewal each year for 4 years. This year, the awards go to Sierra Dunkley. Gabe Freeburn. Skylar Richards. Clayton Smalley. The Pete and Margaret Crenshaw Scholarship of $6,575 is awarded to a senior who is pursuing a college degree or a professional trade through an accredited 2 or 4 year institution and who meets the following requirements. The student must be involved in the community. The student must graduate at the top 50 percentile, and the student must be of high moral character. This year's recipient is Ryan Morris. The Rory and Waltrude Durkin Scholarship of $6,575 is awarded to a senior who is pursuing a college degree or a professional trade through an accredited 2- or 4-year institution and who meets the following requirements. The student must be involved in the community service. They must graduate in the top 50th percentile, and the student must be of high moral character. This year's recipient is Helena Williams. The Eugene Galusha Scholarship of $100 is given to a student who is furthering his or her education in a field relating to the construction business or majoring in business. This award goes to Maria Ordway. The Sobering Thought Award of $75, sponsored by Maynard D. Baker Funeral Home, and given to a senior for exemplifying absence from all forms of substance abuse and reckless driving behavior. The award goes to Austin Washburn. The Nancy M. Pearson Scholarship of $100, given to a senior who plans to study education or nursing, quality, positive attitude, compassion, shows integrity, and is civic-minded. This is Jackson Riley. The Riverside Volunteer Firefighter Award of $100 in memory of David Salone, given to a senior who gives back to their community. This award goes to Julianne Bervus. The Central Adirondack School Music Award, CASMA, given to a senior who has participated in CASMA during their entire high school career and has excelled in music, $100, Phoebe Glover. In memory of the class of 73, scholarship of $50 goes to a graduating senior who attended BOCES. This year's recipient is Madison Green. The Johnsburg Central Class of 1969 award of $50 goes to a deserving senior. This award goes to Peyton Wing. The Rotary Club of North Creek awards a $1,000 scholarship annually to a graduating senior in Johnsburg, Indian Lake, and Minerva Central Schools. Rotary is an international service organization which values education, dedication to work, and service to our community and the world. Rotarians live by the motto of service above self. They encourage the ideal of service in our personal, professional, and community life. The Rotary Club of North Creek thanks the students who applied this year. We were impressed by the dedication to the school and community, as well as your plans for the future. Your community is lucky to have you among its citizens. This year's Rotary Club of North Creek is honored to award our Johnsburg Scholarship to Gabe Freeberg. The Johnsburg Central School Board of Education recognizes students who have documented their volunteer hours served outside of school. Recipients are recognized for 50-hour increments. This year we have 2 recipients. Hunter Mulvey, 100 hours. Ryan Morris, 50 hours. Scholarship Day Award. To recognize outstanding scholastic achievement, the Johnsburg Central School Teachers Association awards a Scholarship J letter or pin to each senior who has earned a final grade of 85 or above in every class during the current school year. This year's Scholarship J awards go to Jenny Allen, Gabe Freeburn, Ryan Morris, Hunter Mulvey, Julianne Verfus, and Helena Williams. The Johnsburg chapter of Dollars for Scholars began in 1989, a division of Scholarship America. Dollars for Scholars is a nonprofit volunteer organization with the goal of providing college funds for deserving seniors. All JCS seniors choosing to further their education may receive Dollars for Scholar awards, providing they meet the eligibility requirements that include completing an application and volunteering for the organization throughout their high school year. Scores reflect individual student achievement in academic, extracurricular activities, community involvement, and a statement of personal goals and endorsements from teachers. Our scholarship program would not be possible without the contributions, both in funds and volunteer hours, of the generous people of our community. The members of the Board of Dollars for Scholars wish to thank the countless individuals, corporations, and associations who have supported us over the years. The Benjamin Little Memorial Award of $200, the Thomas Aingley Memorial Award of $750, the Barton Award of $500, and the Dollars for Scholars Community Award of $150 goes to Jenny Allen. The Johnsburg Historical Society History Award of $250, the Elizabeth Ann Nash Memorial Scholarship of $500, and the Dollars for Scholars Community Award of $850 goes to Sierra Dunkley. The Jane F. and Sterling J. Goodspeed Memorial Award of $500 and the Dollars for Scholars Community Award of $750 goes to Haley Mason. The Helene Sheridan Minor Nursing RN Award of $200, the Oak Leaf HCP Scholarship of $200, and a Dollars for Scholars Community Award of $1,200 goes to June McCarthy. The Robert J. Sweet Memorial Award of $200. The Adirondack Foundation James and Pauline McSweeney Murphy Memorial Award of $500. The Jane F. and Sterling J. Goodspeed Memorial Award of $500. And a Dollars for Scholars Community Award of $700 goes to Ryan Morris. The Johnsburg Central School Teacher Association Scholarship of $225, and the Howard Frank Mosier Prize for Writing for $500, and Dollars for Scholars Community Award of $1,675 goes to Hunter Mulvey. The Claire F. Sweet Memorial Award of $200, the Elizabeth Ann Nash Memorial Scholarship of $500, and the Dollars for Scholars Community Award of $1,275 goes to Maria Ordway. The Elizabeth Ann Nash Memorial Scholarship of $500, the SUNY STEM Award of $250, the Albert Minor Trade and Tech Scholarship of $250, and the Dollars for Scholars Community Award of $1,225 goes to Jamie Sabatis. Dollars for Scholars Community Award of $500 goes to Clayton Smalley. The Joyce Villa and Ronald Kurak Award of $750 and a Dollars for Scholars Community Award of $1,300 to Helena Williams. Jenny Lynn Allen, Advanced Regents Diploma with Honors, Mastery in Science. Mason J. DeGrow, Regents Diploma, a New York State Career and Development and Occupational Studies credential. Sierra Lynn Dunkley, Advanced Regents Diploma, Mastery in Science. A. Gabriel Freeburn, Regents Diploma. Anthony John Galley, Regents Diploma. Phoebe Ann Glover, Advanced Regents Diploma. Madison M. Green, Regents Diploma, Technical Endorsement, and New York State Occupational Studies Credential. Haley Marie Mason, Regents Diploma. June Sue Ann McCarthy, Regents Diploma. Ryan Patrick Morris, Advanced Regents Diploma with Honors, Mastery in Mathematics, Mastery in Science. Hunter S. Mulvey, Advanced Regents Diploma with Honors, Mastery in Mathematics, Mastery in Science. Maria Eugenia Walker Ordway, Regents Diploma. Skylar G. Richards, Regents Diploma, Technical Endorsement, and a New York State Career and Development and Occupational Study Credential. Kayla Marie Rivera, Advanced Regents Diploma. Jackson Philip Robley, Regents Diploma. Jamie Elizabeth Sabatis, Regents Diploma. Clayton Hartley Smalley, Advanced Regents Diploma, Mastery in Science. Janine Hope Stevens, Regents Diploma. Julianne M. Perfus, Regents Diploma, Technical Endorsement, and a New York State Career Development and Occupational Studies Credential. Austin Lee Washburn, Regents Diploma. Helena Williams, Advanced Regents Diploma, Mastery in Science. Peyton Elizabeth Wing, Local Diploma. Now, if I could have the class stand. I would like to introduce to you, for the first time, the Johnsburg Central School class of 2021.
Welcome to the real world. Take your ride, fly it out and black and white. I never let the truth of the brown case. And we drive a cool side like the best lady. Still had it, love my I wanna run through the halls around you. I wanna scream and all the moves. I just found out that it's something in the real world. So I got to ride it up. So the good boys and girls taking no cover right track. Taking rock, hot breath, credit, made a transference. Then you know the folks for the can't find answers. All of my memories, they're getting older. Just for a living back, while it's perfectly time tragedy.